I just want to check my email in a little bit. Give me a second. I gotta make sure everything's okay. Streaming over on Twitch and on YouTube. The monetization. I don't know if that title's a little strong. Add live chat. Ooh, what's that? That's new. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I just need to set some stuff up. Sure, let's go with that. Perfect. All right, we got 31 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button, guys and gals. Pre-market's looking really good. What's up, Jack Harris? What's up, Diego P? What's up, Cindy? Ricardus? Ricardos? I'm gonna go with that. Hello. Either way, hello. GME doing something today. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it got over 200 in the pre-market is definitely good. You see the rise that it had, and it started to level out. It's not something that fell off immediately, so it's really good. I think what's happening this morning from that 4 o'clock mark at 193 up to 208 is definitely a good rise, and then being able to see it hover around that, you know, right now being around 199 is definitely good. What do I think about Rolls Royce? I thought it had potential when I was looking into it. I can't trade it because it's in the OTC markets. I don't have the ability to do that. No, you want to be up here, man. Just don't come over here and lick me. That's not, I'm not settling for that. Are you in Sens? I'm not in Sens. We have 83 people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. I need to add my YouTube Shorts channel. I don't know where that is subscriber wise. Appreciate the content. I appreciate you being here. You know, without you guys, there's no me, right? So I create the content. As long as you're loving it, I'll continue to create it. Let me see. I'm uploading. I haven't uploaded a stimulus video in a while, and people have been asking me for like Social Security information and all that stuff. So I'm uploading a quick video on stimulus soon. As long as right now it's doing like checking, so I gotta wait for that. But let me add my channel here. We hit 450 subscribers, 451 subscribers. That's amazing. It's really amazing. Let's hit. I wanted to hit 500 this week, so if we can easily hit 500 today, maybe 600, that would be amazing. So I'm gonna add this to the chat that we have. YouTube Shorts channel. No, YouTube. Yep, I can't spell. I like emojis. Subscribe. I don't know what happened. I'll go with that. All right, there's your YouTube Shorts channel. I'll pin it. We got 131 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to do so. does help out the channel a ton. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Matthew, Chat, and Carl. He says good morning. I don't want to look at him or else he's going to lick me. You look tired, my guy. I look tired? I'm pretty, well, actually, I went to sleep at like 1, so I'm not really tired, though. I feel good. I feel really good. The Discord group this morning mentioned something about insane price movement. Oh, okay. That's of a different position. Okay. Never mind. So yeah. Good to hear. 11 a.m. here in the UK, and my day job is getting done. One bit. I hear you. I get a lot of stuff done, but I force myself to get so much done. Obviously, I upload a lot. I try and stay up to date with what's happening. Wow, we're up to 91 or $1.91 1 point. Good. I'm gonna continue to see that rise with Zom. Matt, you need glasses. I guess I do. Right now I'm having trouble with, I think my phone's, I didn't charge it, so the light is like really low, and then looking at the screen, it's never large letters. Let me upload this. Okay, I can upload it. Perfect. Okay, let's go back. Oh, it's still checking. Why is it still checking? I got time for checking. Oh wait, there we go. All right, guys, it's gonna be a good day from what I can see. I mean, GME is up 9%, AMC is up 3%. Hopefully, we can get that back up to where it was. Not just halfway there or halfway in between where it is now and where it was supposed to be at $15. I wanted to get up to $15. That's where it should be today. We want to see I would love to see a 50% rise, but who knows if that's even going to happen or even get close to that. I mean, we've seen as high as I think 30%, but never like any higher. Yeah, that's where it's a little weird, but whatever. We have 210 people in here. Good morning, everybody. Cost was good in the pre-market too. Yeah, right now it's not really sitting well, but the thing is you see the movement, and we were talking about this in the Discord group last night about costs, and I was talking about it, in the afternoon as well. I made $80 off of costs yesterday, but it could have been a lot more. I just tried to get in somewhere on the high, knowing that it will go up, and I made $80. It did come back down for me, but yeah, cost is, yeah, you got it right, Tom Collins. Cost is very sneaky. I forget about it so many times that you see the movement that it has. It can go from $23 up to $27 in an instant. So I'm going to be looking at this. I can't look at it as a day trade today because I'm out of day trades, I believe. My account. I'm out of day trades today. Yeah, I got to wait until Thursday of next week in order to get those day trades in line, which sucks. But, what are you going to do? I have AMC $14 strike call option expiring today, so I need the price to go up to 16 or I'm done, son. I hear you. I hear you. We all need the price to go up. Well, we want the price to go up. Some people need it to go up. Some people want it to go up because, obviously, my target. A lot of people ask me about my target, and it's that $20 mark to where I will basically accept, or if it does come back at me, because I'll set my stop loss once it gets above 20. I'll set my stop loss at 20, and then if it pulls back, goes below 20 again, and continues to push down, that's when I'll get back in with the Fidelity shares. Webull shares, those are staying in there no matter what. That's staying unless I see it completely pull back. Either way, I mean, if it pulls all the way back to 9, then it pulls back to 9. But that's what I'm hoping for it to do with Fidelity, because if it does pull back to 9, don't bite this. If you bite this, it's gonna, don't bite it. No. Come on. No. You can't. If you bite it, you're gonna have to get down. Come on, man. Nobody's gonna be able to hear me if you bite that cord. I mean, I have a bunch of mics, but I feel like you're just gonna keep biting it. Don't do it. You can trade on Cash App without restrictions. I need to get this up to, I have 20, or no, I have 10,000 that's supposed to be clearing. Stop. I have 10,000 that's supposed to be clearing soon. But that's still not enough to get me over the 25,000. I have 15 or so, actually 20 something thousand over in Fidelity. Don't bite it, he will. I know. It's ridiculous. No, kitty, that's not mine. That's my donut. We have 282 people in here. Can you hit that like button? Everybody hits the like button. We get it up to about 150 likes. Tomorrow, I don't know how much streaming is going to happen. I might do a stream as well, just to talk about overall stuff that happened in the day before. And I have a golf tournament at 9. I'm going to be doing like a breakfast at 8, so I'll probably do a stream at like 6, just to get up and talk about some stuff, because I feel like it's necessary. I haven't been doing it over the weekends, been spending a lot of time with the family, and since I don't have to work, it makes sense to just get up, do a stream, and then go do family stuff. They don't wake up until late anyways, so why not? Just lurking. Good. Keep lurking. We have 311 people in here. Can you hit that like button, guys and gals? Let me check what my email saying. Oh, I didn't punch in yesterday. I forgot to. That's horrible. I have to let him know. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I think today is going to be really, really good. Really, really good. I'm trying to figure out how to really give like updates on my portfolio, and how much I gained in the day, unrealized gain or realized gain altogether. And I think I figured out a way to do it in Webull, just so I can show it the right way. And I think that's how. Yeah, I did do a portfolio update on my YouTube Shorts channel. Remember, guys, if you want to subscribe to that YouTube Shorts channel, it's pinned in the chat. I think it's a really great channel. I would love to get it above 500 subscribers or 600 subscribers by the end of this day. It's at 451. So if you are interested, please hit that subscribe button. It's going to be a short form stock content. Also, I'll do stimulus and credit cards and other things. I'll make sure I separate it by playlists. So hopefully that does help. I wish you can do like in the playlist it updated with a more recent video, but that's fine. Whatever it does, it does. But I'll always have the uploads area so that you can click whatever uploads. All right, we got 340 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button if you try and save some money for the dips. Bro, whoever doesn't know, Carl comes in here. I'll just feel weird one day. Stop biting it. Don't. That's funny. That's funny. I didn't even think about that because they can't see Carl. They can't see him. That's funny. That's too funny. What do people think? Carl, seriously? Why do you keep messing with things, man? You're being a bad cat. I mean, you're a good cat. Don't hurt me. Um, so yeah, for AMC and GME, I'm glad that they jumped today. Seeing that high of $11.79 is definitely a great sign. I just don't want to see, no, Carl, I don't want to see any reversals at all. Stop. Stop. Whatever you're doing, just stop. Go and lay down. I don't want to see any reversals here. I want to see something, continue how positive it is. 90% of this stream is me messing with Carl because he doesn't want to cooperate. All right, man. And that's what happens. Matt Kors did a deeper dive into the dark pool trading. Seems that the 2 billion shares aren't shorted. They are, in fact, shares bought and sold. A Robinhood Webull being exchanged by Citadel. I did see that. It's not something that we need to. The way that we looked at it is obviously in a bad way, but it still is. You understand the magnitude of the amount of trades. It's still a huge factor. It's just not as big as a factor as we thought it was. Something that was heavily like shorted. It was more or less buying and selling everything across the board. So it was just misinterpreted by a number of people, and I understand. But when you only see the information and you don't get it from the horse's mouth, for lack of a better term, it's very tough to take in that information. It's like you in reading a chart. You're going to read a chart maybe differently than someone else may read a chart. So I understand where you're coming from, but we still have that squeeze potential. We still have them shorting a lot of shares. We still have a lot of people that are looking to buy. Hopefully we don't see any more manipulation, and they're out of ammunition really. Why no camera? What are we talking about here? I have a camera. It's up at the top of the screen. You can also go to full screen. Somebody follow me on Twitch. Thank you for doing so. I got to go over there and check out what's going on. But yeah, you see Carl's tail here. I don't want to touch him because if I do touch his tail, he's going to come over here and lick me yet again. So I guess I'll have to leave him alone. But yeah. Do I have a small typo in the title? What small typo? No, there shouldn't be a U in squeeze. No, it should be squeeze. It still sounds the same, right? Veggies are fucked. That's funny. If it hits 13 or 14 today, will it drop Monday? There's a possibility that it will drop next week sometime. If not one day, it's probably going to be 2 days. Just because, I mean, if they're looking to continue to manipulate it, they'll continue to manipulate it. But I hope that we continue to see, positive movement. I know they won't really let us. They won't really let us do that. But yeah, it's a possibility that we could see that drop. But I'm just hoping that we don't until it gets above 20, because I wanted to get above 20, make the profit that I have, and know that they're going to bring it back down. And that's my profit target. But like I said, my Webull shares will stay in here just in case it does skyrocket to like 50 or 100, because obviously that's a big deal if it does go to 50 or 100. Can you post the link in the chat for your other channel? Yeah, I did. So the link is pinned to the chat. So it should be blue, I think, for you guys. It should be blue, and if you open it up, it'll basically say, you know, that's the other channel, the YouTube or the MP Shorts channel. I think that's good to be able to do those short form updates. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the stock market is ever changing. So it's very tough to do a dynamic update, you know, and then once you record it and put everything together, upload it, you know, it sort of becomes old news, but where you're watching it, it wasn't. And whatever you're hoping that it did, it either did or it didn't. And if it didn't, then it's like, oh, well, you know what? I don't need to watch this because this was in the past, you know? Thank you for subbing to that. Thank you for subbing to the YouTube Shorts channel that I have. I sold my AMC at $13.88 from $7, then snowballed into 2 GME stocks at $121. Thoughts? I think that's good. I think that's good. You made a profit, right? Let me stop this right here. You made a profit, and then you're able to put it into another place to where you can gain some more profit. I mean, you could have put it right back into AMC when it was down to 9, and then ended up selling if you wanted to at 20 or 15. But it's all about profit hands. We all need to make a profit. Profit hands are key. And people say, yes, we need to hold. We do need to continue to hold, but secure your profits before you risk it all, especially if you are putting money in there that you cannot lose. You want to secure your profits as best as you possibly can. You know, so I think it's good. You're at 121 right now. The price is hovering around that $200 mark, right? So you're good, and it's going to continue to increase. I hope that we continue to see this positive day today with everything. The only thing that I had that was down was Rocket yesterday, but I think you're doing a decent job if you were able to sell from $7.77. You sold at $13.88. So you made a pretty decent amount of money on it. I don't know how many shares you had, but profit target for Rocket and ZOM. ZOM, my profit target is somewhere in between 225 and 250. I do believe that it can go to $3. But I always want to take a profit target below where I do believe it could get to, just because it creates a better expectation. If I put my stop loss at that $225 mark, right, and it's not a huge gain, it's a small gain, but if you have a crazy amount of shares or a good amount of shares, you can get some money from it. I believe it could double up to $3, but like I said, 225 or 250, and that's where I'm going to set my target, where I've set my stop loss. And if it does continue to increase, then I will hold on to it. And if it gets to $3, that's where I will sell. I do see that it just really depends how all of this is taken in. So it looks like ZOM can make some huge moves. Like I said, my full expectation is $3, but it does have that possibility of getting to 4 or 5 from what I talked about in the past. But putting out True Forma a little bit early, that's where I thought that, you know, it would get up to that $4 easily by the end of March. So we'll see how that does play out. But like I said, my profit target is between 225 and 250, not something huge. But we'll see how that does change as I start to read into ZOM a little bit more. But it looks like, from what I'm seeing, they're growing pretty, not rapidly, but steadily. And if we can see some really good positive movement here, then, you know, I'll probably hold out. For a Rocket, my profit target is somewhere around 35 or 40. I definitely see them hovering around a $30 stock. I don't know why they're this low. I guess I'm comparing them to where AMC and GME were when they were at their lows. They got down to where they were previously or close to it. AMC got down to $5, and GME got down to $40 or even lower than that, right? So I'm looking at this at about that time. So I'm seeing this at a low and seeing that it will end up increasing. It is still shorted. It's still a shorted position. I do believe that Rocket Mortgage is valued at way higher than where it is. It's just obviously retail investors are not showing the value. So I have a profit target of 35 to start, and I will continue to add to my position. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it'll be like maybe a couple of $1,000s that I gain from it. Right now, my break even for, or my cost basis for a rocket is $26.66. So I'll continue to add to that. Probably today, if it drops down, I'll add to it, add about $2,000 to it. Just because I can't day trade it. I can only swing trade it at this point because I have no day trades left. So we'll see how that plays out. But I might also buy some more ZOM if that does drop down, but I don't believe it will. I guess if it drops down to my cost basis, it makes sense. So we'll see. It's a long-winded explanation, sorry. We have 568 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. There should be 300 likes on this video. That does help out the channel a ton. Also, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube Shorts channel, it's pinned in the chat, as well as my my Discord group. The link is in the description. Can you explain that March 31st date? Why it's significant? He's getting back. At least getting back put on banks and hedges. Why March 31st is significant? I didn't know that March 31st was significant. Yeah, I'm reading that now. I didn't know that March 31st was significant. For the squeeze or for a certain position? Because ZOM had a significance of the end of March, but I didn't know what you were talking about. Yeah, I didn't know March 31st had a significant. AMC stock. Temporary regulation break for banks to expire as scheduled on March 31st. That was 5 months ago. AMC stock price was hovering around $30, and now it's around $4. I checked. That was like 5 months ago. So I don't know what the significance is for March 31st. I haven't heard of anything. Any recommendations for platforms to use in the EU? I don't know of any platforms to use there. Oh no, I'm playing zombies tonight. I think I might actually. I need to play. I need to download things for PlayStation and also probably play some Call of Duty or something. I want to play some Assassin's Creed, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't answer that super chat. I don't know how March 31st has a significant date. If we're talking about ZOM was supposed to release True Forma at the end of March, right? But that's not anything that changed with the fact that they said Quad Witching Day was significant. Yeah, and that nothing happened there. I thought you were going to say Quad Witching Day was on the 31st. I was going to say that's not the case. Play Apex. I'm not going to play Apex. I hear a lot of good things though. March 31st has to do with the short position reporting. So they report the amount of short shares that they have. I didn't see anything on Reddit or anything. Let me just type in on Google short shares. It's let's see. It requires report short interest positions in all customers and proprietary accounts, all equity securities twice a month All short interest positions must be reported by 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the second business day after the report settled date. Okay, when is it supposed to? I feel like I type everything in and then never get the answer, and then type in Reddit and then I get the answer. Like, it was 2 years ago. And well, this is that one time where I didn't get the answer. All right, well that's interesting. I'll have to look into that because I don't want to waste everybody's time. If people want to look into stuff. We have 617 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button. Continue to support the channel. I think, when was the last time you spoke with friend Jenna? Leia? Who is that? I don't know what you're talking about. Use DuckDuck for a search engine. Nobody Googles anymore. We use something else. Do a video with Trey. It seems like he's doing videos with big time celebrities over here, doing stuff with Jordan Belfort. That's going to be interesting. I want to watch that because I hear he's backing, AMC and, behind us the whole way, and it's definitely good to have a bunch of people behind us. But yeah, I mean, he's over here, paying money to get celebrities on this show. It's amazing, really good. And then having Big Doss on there, which, I mean, I love his stuff. I love all of his videos. We got 268 likes on here. Continue to hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, so it's great. NFT stocks are pump and dumps. Yeah, that's typically how it goes. They'll do like they'll do like these pumps of like cannabis stocks, or pumps of NFTs or whatever, crypto as well, because they're getting like a nice jump, and they'll continue to add to it. And I understand where it's coming from. Most of us don't see this happening, at the moment it happens. A lot of times it does happen and we're too late. Sometimes you can get in and put a little bit of money in there. Maybe you'll lose half your money if it does go down. But if you put a little bit and you double that money, then it's still good. Losing half that money is still better than, not having the potential of gaining, double the money. You know what I mean? So if you put in $100 and you risk 100, you risk basically $50 because it's only going to go down by half, right? You risk $50 of that $100 in order to gain, 200, in order to gain like another $100 or $200 if it does double or triple in price, then you're fine. That's okay. You can win the next battle. Sometimes that works in your favor, but if you put $1,000 in there and it goes down by 500, with the chance to go up however much, as you start to increase that price, you start to risk more and more. With the potential chance, the potential chance starts to, I don't know, it starts to look less likely to happen. Xbox Series X Warzone Slayer here. Not a Warzone person. Jordan Belfort is kind of a scumbag though. I mean, he knows his stuff, but yeah, not necessarily. I mean, he gets over on the system just like what we're doing. We're basically coming at the hedge funds and all the how the system is built basically around them, and he kind of did the same thing. Profit target for Ride. My profit target for Ride is way bigger. So I'm happy that it went down, but the only thing is, with everything that was happening yesterday, I wasn't able to lower that cost basis. I wanted it to pop down again to $11, and some odd sense I didn't want it to be above $11.50. I seen this double bottom, and I just got upset that I didn't put money in there, because you could have had that go up as I added to it. But I did add 20 more shares on. I think it was at like $12 or so, and now my cost basis is like $12.50 or something like that. So it is down right now, but where it was early in the pre-market, I was up. But my profit target for Ride, as I look into the year to date, you can see what the fluctuation is and how it actually moves, and how it moves from this $11 mark or wherever. Let's start down here at, let's do $11 because it did bounce off that. $11 or so. Am I in the right place? Jesus. There we go. $11. Up to $31 and then back down to about, $13, up to $30. You could see these tops that it hits. It's going to continue to fight. I don't believe that it will push past this dollar figure, but that's definitely the highest expectation you can get to is $31. There are other touch points as you start to look at, let's say, smaller candlesticks. Let's look at a 6 month and zoom in. You can see that you have these other touch points, these other retest areas of $18. So from $12 to $18, that's a good $6 gain per share that you own. So for me, that would be around a $600 gain right there. Then up to $21, which is a really decent gain, making over $1,000+ or $25 or $31. You can basically hold out for all those. I would say my profit target is somewhere around this area. I want to see multiple touch points though. So for me, I want to see retests in multiple areas. And this retest up to the $30 mark is something that I see as multiple retests. This up here, if I look at it somewhere around the $28 mark, I could probably find a couple of touch points there up at $28. So maybe I'll sell somewhere around 28. But I'm looking to basically hold this out until it does increase, which it looks like it takes around a month or so in order to increase. It may be a little bit longer than that, but that'll be a decent gain for a month. $20 times 100. If it does stay down here for a little bit, I'll add more. But $20 times 100, basically, at $2,000. We have 718 people in here, guys. Make sure you continue to hit that like button. 350 likes would be the best thing ever, or 400 likes would be the best thing ever. I do have my YouTube Shorts channel in the chat if you want to join that. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I realized that I'm a lyrical genius at times. We have 450 people, 456 people. So we had 5 people subscribe to the other channel. I appreciate that. Let's see. What do you guys think of AMC? What do you think it will get to today? Do you think it will get to 14, back to 15? Where do you think it will get to? Let me know what you're thinking. I think it'll be good. I need to lower the latency on this, but not upgraded our internet, but upgraded the modem, so it should be stronger. But who knows? It's still Xfinity from what people tell me. It's horrible. Prepare for trouble and make it double. Do you ever scalp, or do you mainly day trade and swing trade? I scalp too. So a lot of times when I'm here, like with this position for ride, let me go to my positions. Where am I at? So with this position for ride, you could see that I was down a little bit, and I would scalp a little bit. But with Rocket, I've been scalping a ton. Basically pull out 30 cents. Let me see. So for cost, let's go into this one. Yesterday I traded costs here, and you could see that I bought in at $24.10, which is close to where the high was. And knowing that it was going to come up, scalping it and looking for mainly just like a 30-cent increase. It ended up increasing by a dollar or so. I got it on the pullback, so I ended up getting out at $24.90, which is an 80 cent gain per share out of 100 shares. That's $80. So yes, I scalp. I try and scalp as much as I possibly can with some positions, as long as I'm down. And then other ones I will scalp just to find it, like I did, and people don't like it. I did get into GameStop and get out, because the reason why I actually got out was because I was trading with margin and I didn't know. I only had $2,000 in there, and it ended up being at 20 shares, $3,000, and no way in hell do I want to hold something on margin. So it was my mistake, but I ended up making $45 from it. I wanted to get in there to hold lower at that 115 mark or 116 mark, but it didn't end up panning out because I needed to scalp Rocket. I needed to add more shares to ZOM, add more shares to Ride. And I did that, but by the time I did that, GameStop was already up at 160. So I was like, ah. I'm pretty sure hedge funds bought yesterday because really short today. Do you think they're gonna go short today? 14 to 9 with the hedge fund profit margin. Seems that way. Doubled down on GME yesterday, bought 10 shares. That's really good. Did you buy at the low point or did you buy at the high point? 14, but I think it's wishful thinking. I think we can get to 14. I think it's possible. If we see another positive day, like if we see another, 25%, 30%, yeah. But who knows if that's actually going to happen? You won't get much more than 10 unless you have fiber or Starlink. Huh. Well, I mean, I'm supposed to get gig speed. This is what it is. I mean, it's supposed to be the best internet, but I feel like the other internet modem that we had and the speeds that we had there was doing better. I didn't stream then, but it was doing a lot better, with uploading games and stuff like that. Can I buy AMC today? I think you can. You just probably have to wait for a little bit. You should be able to get around the pattern day trader rule by using 2 accounts, right? Yes, but it still only allows you to trade six times. That's still not enough. For me, if I'm scalping something, like say for one position, if I have something in here and I'm looking at ride here and I end up, let's say I invest at 17 thinking that's the low, even though I would look at the rest of the chart and understand that that is not the low. But let's say I invested at 17 and it continued to go down a little bit, right? I would need to average down or find a way to lower my cost basis by buying here and then selling here. And you would lower that cost basis with a couple of shares that you do buy from this point to this point. And I would have to keep doing it and keep doing it. And if I do it like 5 times, or if I do it 3 times, then I can't do it anymore. Then I have to put it in there and then I hold. So if I end up putting it in here and I hold and it ends up dropping down some more, which it did, then I'm basically holding at a loss even more. So it sucks, but you can get around it by having 2 accounts. The only thing is you still limit yourself to 6 trades. I like to have unlimited trades so that I can, the only thing that you get with having the unlimited trades is money that's not cleared, which I haven't run into with Webull ever, not yet. So that's fine. I've run into it with Fidelity though, to where money was not cleared, and trading with money that's not cleared is not good. So we have 800 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button. Continue to get people in here. If you guys support my channel, it is really helpful to up the likes. Let's see. You know what? I have free stocks. How about we play that game? Play that game. Anybody want like a $10 gift card? Let's play that game. Let's play some games here. Just to hit that like button. So so we have 24 free stocks. I think they're pushing ADT at the moment. So with them pushing ADT at the moment, I want everybody to guess how many shares of ADT I'm going to get. But you have to hit that like button. It has to get up to, you have to get it up to 500 likes at least. Pornhub gift card, 14, 16. $666. What? How is that even possible? Yeah, get it up to 500 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, continue to do it. It has to get to 500 likes. The higher the like button goes, the more the gift card is. 50. It's out of 24. It's out of 24. 808. It's out of 24. Oh, Jesus. I'm not even showing it. So it's out of 24 here. 24 shares, and my face was covering it. Guys, hit that like button. Hit the like button. We're not starting this till it hit 500 likes. How many shares of ADT are we going to have? Like. Come on, guys. So hit that like button, continue to hit it. We're almost there. We're almost at the goal. 480 likes. Almost at 500, 20 away. So, all right, people are answering. Let's see what we can get out of this. Almost there. There we go. All right, 500 likes. All right, so let's see how many shares of ADT we get. I believe we're pushing ADT. There's one. Oh, I got Snap. Wow, that's $51. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. We got 18. Let's scroll up. Let's see. 18 there. There's Justin. I'll copy that. Sticky. See. 18. There's Richard C. There's Richard C. that said 18 again. C said 18 again. So Richard C was the only one that, well, there's two people that said 18, but there's oh, Isaiah. Okay. Looks like Isaiah hit 16 or 18 first. Sorry, Richard C. So it looks like it's Isaiah Shelton. Isaiah Shelton. If you are Isaiah Shelton, make sure you reach out to me on Instagram like ASAP, and we will send everything over. You have to prove that it's you, though. You have to basically send me a screenshot that it is your account so that I know that it is you. I added you as a moderator so that I can tell when you comment next. So reach out to me. Congratulations, Profit Hands. People are saying 18 now, like I'm gonna Isaiah definitely had the first one, no cap. Yeah, I review some things. I'm going up through the chat. I know. Yeah, make sure you reach out to me on Instagram. And make sure you prove that it's you. Just like a screenshot of, your account, maybe with like the email or whatever, like the settings of your account, not just like, not like the overall settings, just like proving that it's you. Typically when you go into YouTube on your phone, you can easily send, like, you click on your profile and it'll show you all, like, just the details of who you are and all of that. Because I can send it through email. So if you show me that, then I could basically send it to your email. How do you get the day trades left? How do I get the day trades left to? Okay, the day trades left to come up. I don't know what that. Oh, the day trades left to come up on this screen. So you can actually, I believe you can bring it up here. So if you go to this section, it's going to basically display what you can put on here. I can't remember exactly what it is. If you go to, you have the simplified mode on. If you have the simplified mode on, it should show you this, but then you still should have the day trades left. But the way that we're seeing it here, it's the complete display mode. I'll throw another $5 in for his gift card. All right, perfect. Isaiah Shelton, congrats. Signing into IG now. Yeah, just send me that. It's going to be $15 now because Armani King added $5 to it. I appreciate that. Adding to the giveaway. Thank you for getting me to 500 likes. But yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of the stock stuff. We're making some moves with AMC and with GME today. Let's actually look at the day. Cost is actually down, which is, I think, a good thing. I think if we can get them down, then we have more of a chance for them to, increase. So I want to see them. Why are people saying numbers right now? I look at AMC's RSI. Yeah, it looks like right now the RSI is sitting pretty much at 50, so it's not really much. We were seeing them being oversold somewhere around the area to where it was at its highest point. Was being oversold a couple of times, but mainly, hovering around that 50 to 60 mark. Even lower, sometimes being oversold. Very rarely being oversold in the last day and a half, so that's good. What do you think that the volume right now in AMC is? Also, don't forget to email me. So I'll just want to know if it's a good to invest. Add another $5 to Isaiah. All right, well that's adding. It's up to $20. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Just want to know. Yeah, okay. So the volume right now for AMC, it's sitting at 585K. That's where the volume is. What we seen yesterday was we seen about a total volume of 3 million in the pre-market. I think it was close to 4 million as it did open up, and that may have only been 3 million, and we might have had an extra million for like just that opening minute because it was literally on the crossover just to check what we finished the pre-market at. But it was around 3 to 4 million, and it's huge because I hope that we can see that same amount of volume. Right now, we still have basically an hour left, an hour and a half left. So hopefully we can get up to 1 million or 2 million to see that positive movement. But we showed yesterday that we don't need to hit average volume in order to see that increase. in order to see it skyrocket, because it was only at 100 and what, 20? I can't remember what it was yesterday. Let's look at year to date, and let's look at the day intervals. 1 day. So this yesterday's volume was 130 million, which is 40 million lower than what the average volume is. Okay. It's going straight to AMC. Yeah, keep hitting the like button, guys. Keep doing that. It does help out the channel a ton if you hit that like button. I'm gonna play an ad because this is the first ad I played in an hour, which I just don't remember to do it. Let me know if you got my IG message. Yeah, I'm checking it right now. Curious about that 1 minute. At 1 minute, 295,000 volume spike, and what that could be. 1 minute, 295,000 volume spike. Recently, like, oh, 298,000. This one, the large movement from 11 up. It's they have these stop hunts, but what's crazy is I don't know what that could be, because that did go all the way down to like $11.19 all the way up to $11.54. So it's a huge volume, huge movement. So that's interesting. I don't know what that could be. Here's another for Isaiah. Share the wealth. AMC. All right, we have $25 that's going to Isaiah. That's crazy. Better get it all in now, because you guys are amazing. I'll tell you that. So much. I was the lucky winner of today's gift card game. Is your Instagram Dream? Is that your Instagram? I just want to make sure before I send it over. Dream, is it Dream Lover? Is that what? Let me know if that is it. I say, hey, getting money. What did I miss? You have the best community. You know, Matthew, your mom told us when we were growing up. What? Oh, R. Okay. Yes, sir. That's me. Okay. Perfect. Let me do that. Thoughts on AMC at 11:50 call today? For AMC, I can tell you that I believe what we're seeing here in the pre-market is going to continue in the actual market. We're seeing right now hovering between 3.5% and 4% of an increase. Same thing with GME, but I can definitely say that we're going to see that push above that. You said 10. You have 11:50 call. It might be tough to say that we're going to close above $12. I hope that we are. I hope that we see that 20% increase again, but you know, that's obviously being optimistic, and wait for AMC to hit 13 or 14 today. I would hope that it's 13 or 14 today too, but we never really know how positive it's going to be. I just want to be able to end on a high note. So if it is green, no matter how green it is, I just want to see it end on that green, green candlestick. You know, I want it to push up and be like 1%, 2%, 10%. I would love it to be 30% up, but who really knows exactly where it's going to go? And we could see a complete reversal here because we've seen days to where it steadily increased, right? I can't remember what those days were, but we've seen it where it steadily increased and all of a sudden after lunch just dropped, took a huge drop, right? And that's where it ends up being horrible, because if they end up manipulating it like crazy and have that drop off on a Friday, it makes people feel horrible about what they invested into over the weekend. And I have to be here to say, you know, hey, I sent you another a message. I need your email in order to send the gift card over. So that's $25 that's coming your way. It went from 10 to 25. That's crazy. Almost bought GME contract for 200 strike when it was 130 plus. Oh wow. Thanks again, everyone. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm in the green, 214, so not far to go. Yeah, it's not far at all, because you're talking about GME, I guess, because GME is, you know, hovering around that 196 mark. Hopefully we can see some massive increases. I still don't understand why we see a 50% increase for cost, 50% increase for GME, and then AMC hovers around that 21% increase. Are they still manipulating it? Love watching this stream before bed, Australia. Sorry that I don't know if it gets in the way of you, going to sleep, but I'm glad that you watch it at the times that you do, that you make time to watch it. We have 900 people in here. Make sure you continue to hit that like button and get it up to 600 likes. All right, here we go. Perfect. Thank you for the email. Alrighty then. NIO is crashing this morning at which should I buy the dip? Crashing because of the dip. Huh. Anytime you should really buy the dip as long as it has potential. I haven't checked out NIO in a while. Here we go. $25. Email. Boom. Thanks. Okay. I think that's good. Everything looks perfect. Don't tell me I have to enter my information. If I do, then I have to get up and go get this stuff. I hope not. I do. It's gonna make me enter the whole entire card. I hate when this happens. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna step away just for a quick second. I'll leave this up though. So. Alrighty then. So let me just do this real quick. I'll just use that. Pay for order. All right, perfect. It was sent over to you. It's good. Thank you everybody for playing, and thank you for chipping in as well. You know, it's great. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I made Isaiah a mod and let him, you know, have the ability to do stuff. So day traders are trying to cash out. I don't think that's mainly the case of why it would take a drop. I hope that I'm jumping in at the right point. I don't know what you're talking about, if it's AMC or if you're talking about NIO still. I'm going to address the super chat. Robinhood has AMC analyst rankings at 0% buy, 50% hold, and 50% sell. How would AMC not be a buy right now? And as best saying that it's over a week. A lot of times they just go by the movement of the price. So a movement, like they're looking at basically technical analysis and they're seeing how it is dropping and they're saying that, oh, it's 50% sell. That means we have that fight and really pushing us from, let's say, the $9 mark up to the $14 mark and really pushing us in between there and having that fight because they're shorting a lot of the position. So it's based on what's going on here. You're going to see the same thing basically with this. You're going to see them at 55% hold, 33% underperforming, and then 11% sell. So it's just the way the platform is set up a little bit. They wouldn't consider this a buy because it fluctuates a lot, but it's definitely a hold because it has a lot of potential. You know, so that's what they're going to do. Somebody became a member. Thank you for becoming a member, Sherry Clark, Realtor. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that a lot. We have another super chat. Hey, bro, how would you pull out of a squeeze on the way down or the way up? Curious on how you would judge it. So squeezes are tough because you never know what the actual squeeze is. For like AMC or for GME, let's give that example. You don't actually know what the squeeze is until after it actually happened, right? You see, or while it's happening. So a lot of people, what they'll see is it go up to $500, but that's not necessarily a squeeze. Yes, you squeezed a lot of people out of their positions, but they're still holding in other shorts. So it's still not a full squeeze. And as they manipulated the stock to bring it back down, it should have hit $1,000, probably $2,000. That would have been a squeeze. But the way that I play a squeeze, if I know that it's going to squeeze no matter what, and there was no like chance of manipulation, which there's a chance of manipulation with all this, I would get out on the way up, not on the way down, because you never know when the way down is, and sometimes you end up missing out on more gains by doing that. But you take your profits and then hold on to some just in case it still pushes a squeeze. So for, let's say, Keith Gill, Roaring Kitty. He had a lot of money in there. I believe he took out like 14 or 17, I don't know how many million, but he took out however many million shares or $1 million worth of shares when it was at, you know, a pretty high point, and took his profits while keeping some in there. And then when it got lower, he added more money into the position. So that's the way that you typically play it, is you do things on the way up rather than the way down. And you take a portion out. If you take just a little bit out, or you take your initial investment and some profit, you secure a lot of your profits, and now you're just playing with house money. So that's the way that you really do it. For some reason, I thought this was a Jason Stewart that I know. I know a Jason Stewart, but yes, that kind of. But yeah, I would say you definitely pull out on the way up, not on the way down. For any other situation, like if you're doing a day trade or a swing trade, yeah, you can pull out on the way down because typically you're going to watch it as it goes up. So let's see if we we can show the chart here. So you watch it as it's going up, but then if you see it pull back a little bit, a lot of times you're going to get out, right? But in any other case where you don't know if where the squeeze or where the top point is, the peak point is for AMC or GME, you basically want to secure your profits where you know you'll have a ton of profit wherever your profit target is. And then you're able to ride the rest all the way up to the squeeze, because if it does squeeze, anything that you have in there is going to be a crazy amount of money, right? You can have one share, and if it goes to $1,000, you just gained $1,000 off of it, or wherever it's at. So if it was at $100, you gained $900 off of it. Or if you have 100 shares, doesn't seem like a lot now, but if it goes to $1,000, now you have $100,000 in there. So it's huge, right? So always going the way up, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion. It's tough to get it on the way down because you never know where down is. 500 could be the peak, and then you're waiting for it to go to 1,000. So I have $11 or 11.5 option that expires today, and I'm new to options. What do you think? I'm looking like info. What info should I know about options? I don't know much about options, but I know that I will not get into options unless I know a lot about options. So I know the bare minimum of options trading. I'm specifically a day trader and swing trader. I do long-term investing, but I'm not saying I specialize in long-term investing. I mainly put it in a place and let it sit there, whether it's I have it in a Roth IRA, have it in an index fund, or whatever it actually is. I'm gaining dividends from it. I put it in certain places and let it sit there and gain money for long-term investing. But swing trading and day trading is something that I specialize in. Options is not something that I specialize in. Love to hear about options, but I would like to learn a lot more before I get into it myself. But I do believe that it's going to get above 11.5 today. If we do continue to see that increase that we were seeing, it's now at 3%. It's starting to decrease a little bit. Hopefully we see that pop towards the end of the pre-market, and it can get above $12 or $13 or so. I would hope that it gets to $13. That would be really good. We have 1,000 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to get these likes up. It does help out the channel a ton. Yeah, I know it's not that complicated. I just know that with options, you have more of a chance of it going to zero and basically losing all of your investment versus day trading and swing trading. So that's why, with that thought in mind, I was like, I like to limit my losses. It will change my opinion of what I think of a position. If I'm not limiting my losses, I'm basically just saying, oh, well, it has a chance to go to zero, so it could be over, But yeah, I should know a little bit more about options. It's not that difficult from what I hear. The things that I hear people will tell me, and I'm okay with it, and I take it in, retain it. It's okay, but I'm not a person that goes out there and just searches for all of it. So I should be able to do it. I'm planning on having someone come on my channel and do like an options 101 type of thing. I know people that know a lot about options, and I think it'll help me out if I'm editing some of that stuff and able to retain it a lot better if I hear it over and over and over again. So I think that's a good situation. Thank you for the super chat, DT. You always come through clutch with some super chats without saying anything, Matt doesn't pull out. He has 4 kids. I only have 2 kids. That's funny. Hey, Matt, projections. Project option on YouTube has great educational videos for options. That's good to know. Good to know. I will check that out. Let me add that to my sticky note list. I haven't logged into Fidelity in forever because I don't plan on trading anything there. Plan on holding it. If it gets to 20 today, then that's a different story. But then you see the potential that it does have after it does go to 20. But you don't want to get greedy, getting greedy is where you start losing money. It's called project option. I say project option. I'm hungry. Yes, but you need to reduce the stake by 1 year options instead of the weekly. You can still trade those. Okay. Well, I'll like I said, I'll look into more information on how you can limit some losses there, because then that'll keep my same mindset. Guys, hit that like button, get it up to 700 likes. It does help out the channel a ton. Also, if you want to follow the YouTube Shorts channel, please do so. I'm trying to get that to 1,000 subscribers. Want to go over a bunch of different positions there. I didn't do any pre-market updates today, but I will typically do updates on different stocks. It may be more long-term than something short-term and where I see it going, because a lot of the short-term stuff ends up being old news by the time I really upload it. So it sucks going through that. That core seems pretty well versed in options. He does lives as well. I have seen Matt Kors. I've commented on his lives. He showed up over here like once. But yeah, always like to show some love over there on anybody that does lives, whether you have 10 subscribers or you have 2 million. I'm always looking to show some love as long as I can comment. I support you and the channel. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. It means a ton. The fact that you said something this time means a lot. So thank you for the super chat again and your support. I love my $2.30 AMC shares, or I love my two $3 AMC shares. You bought it at $2 or $3. You bought it at $3 and you have 2 shares. You already answered that. He doesn't know much about options. Yeah. Now, is there a chance hedges could go bankrupt and not everyone gets paid? No, there's no chance of that. If these hedge funds go bankrupt, which they won't, because they'll get bailed out 100%. Every big bank, every big business, every place that has billions of dollars or backs somebody's campaign gets bailed out in any case. And also, there's a lot of people that probably have money in there, right? So they're using other people's money in order to, short these positions, buy these stocks, and all of that, adding that into some of their losses, their P&L for the overall hedge fund. But no, if they go bankrupt, we'll still get paid. We will still be able. We're going through the stock market. It's not like the 2008, 2009, where if banks go bankrupt, like people lose all their money that's in there. It's not that case. Is bailing them out law? I don't know what that question is, but every place or every person or every business that has money gets bailed out, and that's not a law or the way we do business in the U.S., but we seem to do it that way. I mean, they just bail everyone out. They'd rather bail the banks out than bail the people out. And I understand where you're coming from. Really, you need banks to survive in order for the nation to work, right? But yeah, I understand where they're coming from, but I think bailing out banks over helping people, or bailing out businesses over helping people, is not necessarily a good thing. You should probably do it all together. because you bail out the banks while people lost their houses, lost money, lost a lot, and they look like they're fine. All they have is a little blemish on their P&L and their balance sheet, but you know, whatever, it's fine. I don't think this is more of a Biden or, you know, a Democrat or Republican issue. It's more of a fact that a lot of these places get funded by big businesses, hedge funds, anybody that has money. They're looking to take funding from them, unless they say they have like a grassroots support where their like maximum or their average donation is like $25 or like $17 or something like that. But most cases, it's like their average donation is in the thousands easily. So yeah, it's a little tough. But please like and subscribe if you haven't. Yes, do that. That's a great comment there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the YouTube Shorts channel. Let's see where we're at. We're at 461. Would love to get that to 500 subscribers. Like I said, if you're watching this, I do a lot of updates on this channel here. I'm going to be updating a lot of the art, probably the the profile picture as well. But this is basically what I do here. I'm going to set up a lot of stuff for GameStop, for AMC, for Microvision, for costs, all of those different positions, all of those different things. I'm hoping that we can grow that, you know, to a high subscriber count. It's just short videos. So if you watch on your phone, it's going to be easier for you to take in. You'll have basically my little picture up there, or a little video up there, and you also have the chart, looking at the chart, seeing what the chart's doing. It's 60-second videos. So subscribe over there. Matt, did you get into Roblox yesterday? No, I didn't. I said if it dropped to below 60, I would get into it. It did get to 60, I believe. Multiple times it bounced off of it a couple of times, and I was excited. I was like, oh, okay, then this is probably going to end up skyrocketing, or at least getting a pretty decent increase. It did go up to 68, I believe, high, or 69 of a high. So did you end up getting into it and making decent money, or? Always hit the like button and share to my Discord. That's awesome. I like to hear that. Subscribed. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that a lot. Oh yeah, if you want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. Make sure you guys join that group because it's a great group of people over there. At least I think it is. Scroll down. Let's see what's happening. GME to 300 today. Let's go. I hope you're right. I mean, that's huge. If it goes to 300, I'll be a little hyped because I'm holding at 240. I have 2 shares at 240. That means I can easily make $120 if it does go to 300. But I would have liked to gotten in at a lower price target. But I got in way back when, and I only put in 2 shares. Was hoping to continue to average down as it goes down, but I did that with ZOM and I did that with other positions, with Ride as well. And I think I'm holding a pretty decent amount of, you know, swing trades here. The only 2 that are negative right now is Rocket and Ride. I think Ride has a lot of potential over the next month to grow, so that's going to be something that I hold with about $1,300 worth of value, $1,259 worth of value. ZOM is something that I'm probably going to hold for maybe a couple of weeks as it does continue to increase. Looking for that to push up to or test some of these levels of 215, 225, 250, things like that, or hitting that ultimate level of $3. It could surpass that $3 mark as long as people are extremely interested. It seems like YouTube is pushing a lot of ZOM content. because a couple of videos on my MP Shorts channel has gotten a lot of views based on just ZOM in general. I mean, gotten like 8,000, 9,000 views. So I think it was pretty good. GME to 23K today for Michael Jordan. I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm sure a lot of Stevens invested in AMC. With you, Glenn, let's go. At Matt, will we get a dip on GME today? I hope we get a little bit of a dip. I think in the beginning, if we are seeing a positive day, typically we're going to see that dip, that initial dip, and it might be something where we have that increase right from the start. You know, we have an hour, so we can see exactly what they're going to do from here on out. But we might see that initial dip. With GME, it's definitely different. Gauging the scale of how many times it dips first and how many times it increases. Yes, it weighs more in the area of dipping versus increasing right from the start, the first candlestick. Yesterday, I believe, was a large green candlestick from the start and then ended up going up and decreasing down a little bit to where it did start to skyrocket after that. So, so yeah. Is there any fundamentals on why cost is that overpowered or just hype? Well, there's a lot of hype behind it, but I believe the fundamentals are good as well. I'm not sure about their earnings or anything. I haven't really looked into all that stuff. A lot of times when I'm looking at a day trade or a swing trade, that stuff doesn't really matter to me. A long-term investment or over a number of months, then probably I would look at some of that stuff, but I like to look at history more than anything. But I believe they were heavily shorted at one point in time. I haven't checked any of their detail lately. Let's see, short float is 25%. 25.33%. So not heavily shorted, but still shorted quite a bit. Let's look at, I know we don't like to look at Fintel numbers, but let's look at Fintel. Okay, man, you don't have to announce when you're coming up here. Fintel says 31% short volume, 2,000 short shares available, so definitely shorted. So the short borrow fee rate on cost is 94.39%. What? That's huge. That is huge. I didn't know it was that bad. So that's the reason why. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, okay. Holy Jesus. I know. That's crazy. So I'm looking at this to, wow. If this gets below, this kind of changed my mind on this. I was looking to get in at 15, but you can see a lot of movement that it has from 15 to $26 in a matter of like an hour. Ride to the moon. That's crazy. Wow, is that real? I know. I um so you're gonna call in sick today? I don't think so. You're watching my stream. So no, I'm not gonna call in sick today. I wouldn't call in sick anyways because I like what I do. We have 1,161 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button for the fact that cost has over 90% short borrow fee rate. That's huge. Holy crap. I hope that you know, because I'm only going to stream until 10. I hope that Trey is streaming later today because I will mention it. And I'll also mention it in everybody else's stream because that's huge. 90% short borrow fee rate. That is crazy. What's the ticker symbol for this? It's COSS. KOSS. Costco? No, it's COSS. These are headphones, I believe. Like headphone designers or something. It's been 99 for days now. I never checked it, to tell you the truth. Super low float with a high short borrow fee rate. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That got me kind of excited. So yeah, I would have loved to have gotten in at, I mean, even at 23, I think it's still a great buy. And I might continue to lower that cost basis if it goes lower, because if it does get to 15, I'll add more to it. But I think I'm getting into cost today. That's probably a buy for me. If it does, you know, try and push down to the $23 mark, yes. I hope we don't see, we have about an hour, so we might see a little bit of an increase as we go along. But I'm looking for that too. I'm looking to get into that probably like close to right away once I do see whatever dip it has. I don't know if it will have a dip though. There's been a number of days to where it didn't really have a dip. You know, it increased here quite a bit. I know cost decreased over these last couple of days, but you've seen this move from $23 up to $25, which is a large move in really quick fashion. But all of the down days that it had really doesn't. And you see this move here, $28 to $29. So maybe we'll see that dip right from the start. I hope that's the case because then I'll get in. But that's going to be my move for today. It would explain the volatility. Yeah, I know. The volatility in it was absolutely insane. This is why you're seeing it jump, and this is why you're seeing a 50% increase that keeps going under the radar. 60% basically yesterday, and nobody really talked about it. You have all these people talking about GME and AMC. I understand. I don't think it's a distraction. I just think it's something that's a very great position, and I'm not going to distract. I'm not going to distract you from AMC. I think AMC is going to be huge, but I'm going to buy into costs and probably hold a little bit. Looking for basically that quick doubling and keep going back and forth. Since nobody's calling anybody paper hands for getting in and out of costs, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do that for costs and get in and out of costs. See, I've been in costs on. Wait, I've been in on costs if I had Matt's cash. I don't have that much. There are people that have a lot more money than I do. I'm just surprised that this is going under the radar so much, and I don't want to distract everybody from AMC here. So I'm not going to continue to talk about it, but it is crazy. So we are seeing those dips. That's why I kept costs up here, because they were moving so much. And but Rocket's not doing anything. Rocket's not giving me any type of movement, but you can easily double your money with costs the way that it is moving. It's a good swing trade, good day trade as well. The only thing is, if I day trade it and I end up selling that position, what happens today? You know what I mean? Like, that's where it ends up being tricky for me. I have to hold over the day because I have to hold over the weekend because I can't day trade. Not in here, at least. But yeah, I have $2,173 in here, but I can't day trade it. Not right now. But I could at least, if it would end up increasing, I could basically at least gain like 25 or 30% on my money. Ross and Zom for me today. What's Ross doing? I haven't even checked that. Is it Ross U or Ross F? I don't think this is the position that you want to look at. Why can't I day trade it? So for me, I only have 13,000 in here. If I had 25,000 in the account, then I would be able to day trade more than 3 times. But right now I don't have any day trades left until Thursday. So I'm probably gonna have to buy and hold on the cost, which is not a problem. That's like $2,000 worth of a stock. As long as it does stay up where I believe it can go, we'll be fine. Why is this over a custom today? Let's see what I can gain today. February, March 26th to March 26th. Right now I'm up $110. Can't day trade anything. Can take profits on things as long as if Rocket goes above, let's see where my orders were for Rocket. So, right, I sold at that point. So I need to, did I buy more? I didn't buy more shares. So I need it to go above 23.30. I could take out 10 shares, but I don't want to do that. So 24, yeah, 24.50. If it goes above 24.51, then I can take out basically 45 shares and then reinvest in at lows to lower that cost average again. So that's what I plan on doing there, but that's still going to be a point to where I can't sell it. Hey, Matt, we are not financial advisors. Do your own research and make your own decisions. Yeah, that's something I need to say. I haven't said in a while. I'm not a financial advisor. You're not a financial advisor. Make your own decision. If we have people in the chat that are saying these positions and look at these positions, invest in these positions at that time, I think you need to make your own decision. I'm gonna play this ad because I don't play enough. What happens if you do break the day trading rule? So if let me wait a couple seconds because I know people are gonna skip an ad. So if I break the day trading rule, if I end up being labeled as a pattern day trader, that can mean that my account could be suspended, it could be frozen, and I won't be able to make any trades. They can also end up stopping my account, stopping me from making any trades in the future, and then I can basically just withdraw my money and that's it. So it's based on the brokerage account. So you can day trade 3 times here, day trade 3 times in Fidelity, day trade somewhere else, and you could do like 12 trades if you want to, but you have to split your money into different areas, which kind of sucks. But if you have over 25,000, then you'll be good. The reason why they do this is to make the stock market less volatile. If a lot of people went into positions with $1,000 and decided to day trade and not know how to do it, one, it protects them from making any mistakes without any research. If you have 25,000 in your account, most likely you did research on how you can make those trades and make money. But most times, if you have just like $1,000 or $2,000 in your account, most times you don't know how to day trade, or you just don't have enough money in order to fund day trading or swing trading. So it makes it more volatile for them, for like index funds, ETFs, all of these different positions that hold some of these stocks in there, because you're making that stock more volatile by getting in and out. If everybody did it, it would make the stock market very volatile, and then Warren Buffett wouldn't be able to make his percentages that he makes on long-term trading. It will just turn your account into a day trading account if it gets locked. And once you put in 25K, you can trade again at that point. That's good to know. It's 25,000 in cash or investments. Yeah, so if I have my money in investments right now and it equals to 25,000, I'm not sure if it's total position amount, so how much you invested, or if it's net account value. I'm not 100% sure. But if it is net account value, then if obviously if that decreases, it has to be total cost, because this is unrealized. You can't say that you don't have 25,000 in your account if it's unrealized gains or unrealized losses. I'm not sure about that answer though. But investments and cash, it doesn't have to be just cash. I don't know. I've heard that from a number of people saying that in cash accounts you should be able to day trade, but I I've heard this across the board. It's 25,000 to be able to do it, whether you're in a Roth IRA, cash account, whatever you actually have. From what I've heard, I've always been held to that, 3 trade rule. Um, the time is ticking. Big moves today. Yep, I see it. The fun dad. I'm gonna make you a mod. Someone said that you would be a good mod, so I'm gonna make you a mod. You seem like a reliable person. So if you ever see somebody spamming, then go ahead. I won't hold you to doing it. Just make you a mod, just because I've seen you around here and you seem like a reliable person. So I'm gonna do that. Um, 25K net account value, so unrealized losses will still affect that. Good to know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I've always traded with like 30 or so $1,000 in an account, just so that I have that room. If I do lose a couple of thousand, then I'm still fine. And you have those days. Sometimes you just lose money. So it looks like GME is still hovering around that 195, 196, 199 mark, right? Did push above 200 a couple of times, which is definitely a good thing. AMC still hovering around $11.40, looking like we're seeing a little bit of an increase here. Seeing a pretty bad decrease of costs, which is definitely interesting for me because I want to see them decrease a lot so I can get into the position with all of the things that I see that are going well over there. I think this is a good question. What is your best guess what happened with the 2 billion shares that are liquidated? When the 2 billion shares are liquidated? Well, I think there was a misinterpretation of that. So, yeah, so for the 2 billion shares, it's not something where all of that was short position. It was confirmed by the Josh guy who went on Matt Core's live stream, and he talked about it and how it's overall shares that's buying and selling. So it's not just like them having 2 billion shares of shorted positions out there. So it was misinterpreted. Yes, you did have Citadel behind it, but they were backing I don't really know the terminology, but they were pushing through the trades. So Citadel Securities and Citadel is 2 different entities, and it's not necessarily like the hedge fund making the moves. It's more of like pushing the trades through. So it's a different situation that we're looking at here, and it does hold a little bit of significance with the amount of volume, showing that there is a lot of people that are either interested or selling the position or shorting the position, everything that's going into that. But it's 2 billion total shares over that time period. So I don't know if it holds as much weight as it did previously when we misinterpreted it, but that's that. What's a good price to buy for cost? I'm thinking sub 20 is definitely good. I would love to get in at that $15 mark, but I don't know if it will get that low again. So seeing some of these points of $20 or so is definitely good. I would like to see it get to that point. It looks like it has double touch points somewhere around $23, and then bounced off of that twice. So we might see a support level of $23. If we see a down day, which everything could turn, it doesn't look like anything's up a crazy amount. You see Rocket that's up 0.45%, Ride that's up 0.41%, ZOM that's up 0.56%, Tilray's up 2%, which people did say that Tilray might run. But then you see some other ones like MVIS that's down 1%. That's interesting to me. I always wanted to make a move into there for a swing trade. HPR is down, but and you'll see cost that's down quite a bit. We could see this completely turn and be a bad day today. It looks like it's a good day. We see a lot of green, but don't get ahead of yourself. I mean, it could be a bad day. I don't want it to be, but it definitely could be. So we have 1,234 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button. It does help out the channel a ton. Get it over 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. I'm sure we have a number of people that haven't hit the like button. Also, if you want to follow my YouTube Shorts channel, hit that subscribe button over there. It is this channel right here. We can see how many subscribers we gained over the last. So, we're up to 165. That's pretty good. I'm happy with it. Hopefully we can get to 500 by the end of today. That would be amazing. But if you want to subscribe to that, I do a lot of short videos over there. It's less than a minute. And if you're on your phone, it does look a lot better because you can watch in, I don't really know what the dimensions are. I think it's 920 by like 720. I don't know. It's something. But yeah, definitely go check out that channel. Hit that subscribe button over there. Made 4K in one day off of Tilray with an option call, bought 2 contracts. That's amazing. That's great. Making any money, like I always say, it's all about profit hands. Whenever you can make a profit, it's amazing. Just minimize those losses. What's your feeling about ZOM on March 31st? I mean, I think it's going to continue. I mean, there's no real significance there, from what I understand, because Trueform was already released, so it's not something that we have to worry about. And it's not worry about, we're not going to see that build up to that point. So it sucks seeing that, but I do see it as something that will continue to fluctuate around certain prices and continue to level out, and then have those little bumps here and there. It's not something that moves crazy, couple of dollars. Obviously, if it did, then people would be in it because it would double very quickly. But I have my expectations for ZOM somewhere around 250. It could run to $3. It could even get to $5, but we just need a lot more volume, a lot more movement. Average volume for ZOM is 178 million. Right now we're currently at 343,000. So it could be a bad day. I don't want it to be, but it could be. Exactly. I really don't want it to be. That's a quote. So you're quoting me. Yeah. I don't want it to be, but it really, really could be, because I've seen this reverse the way that things are flowing, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but the way that things are flowing, you can see low percentage increases, which could be due to low volume. We typically see low volume on Fridays, but we're not seeing green on a massive scale. We might see either a flat day. Hopefully it's not a manipulated day where it's a large increase, because then people don't want to go into the weekend knowing that it was manipulated down to a lower price, knowing that you lost an unrealized loss of like $3,000. Well, in my case, that would be what it is. So hopefully that's not the case. CCIV definitely long term, and at a great low now. Is it? I wanted CCIV to get to about 20. Where is that now? Yeah, if it gets to 20, that's where I'm interested in it at, because I've seen it fluctuate between 20 and 30. Not a lot, but I have seen it go between 20 and 30, and I'm looking to get in it at a lower price. So if it does continue to increase over however long, I would love to get in there at that $20 mark. Possibly lower, but it looks like it hasn't gone lower since that massive increase, the pump and dump, for lack of a better term. It doesn't really look like a pump and dump. It's more of just like a, having that steady increase. This was more of a pump, but then that steady increase after that. And then obviously people continued to sell off. So that sucked, but it didn't go lower than what previous lows were. So it didn't go to, $18. It's now, like, the lowest it went to was $20 and 66 cents. And I would like to see it get down to that low again. And right now it could be at a launching point where you could see that jump from 24 up to that $31 mark, but I would love to see it get down to 20. Right now, it looks like it's not. It looks like it's going to continue with the crossover, and you might see something good. I don't think it's long term. I think it might be something shorter. You might see it in a couple of weeks, get up to 30 or so, if we do see that increase. So this might not be a bad thing to jump into. An increase was fear of missing out. This increase was a pump, and this increase was fear of missing out. You're probably right. And then we've seen it flatten out and then slowly decrease. The thing that we did see that was kind of interesting was this decrease, where we've seen a large drop from $60 down to like $50. Typically when you see that, it continues, but it did increase over the pre-market, and then it decreased over the day and then dropped down significantly in the after hours market, which is something that I don't like to see, because then if you're like, okay, it just had a decreased day and then it drops down from whatever, goes up to $60 or something and then drops down to 37 in the after hours market, it sucks, especially if you don't have that ability to liquidate all your shares in the after hours market. You can start a financial channel talking about stimulus and making money off YouTube. Yes, you can. You can make money off YouTube. YouTube is a great source of income for a lot of people. I like it as a great source of income. Sometimes it does really well, sometimes it doesn't. But you also have other sources that you can do. You can also make money with, actually investing, making money there. Whether you make, $100 a day or $1,000 a day, you're making pretty decent money. You think CCIV is a steal now and forget long term, in my opinion. Yeah, I would agree. I think it is something. CCIV is not going back up, not going back to 20 guaranteed. Yeah, I know. I see the way that it is moving. We could see CCIV in the way. Once I said that and I looked at the position that it's in, you can see this movement here. Unless we see a negative day today, we might end up only seeing that get to like 23 at a low, or maybe 21, but I don't believe over a day, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So we might see that decrease. We might see people start pumping it, but we'll see. I think it was definitely a buy at 20, and you could have gotten out, a couple of days later at 32, and then you would have been fine, or 31, or whatever you wanted to get out at. You could have made a pretty decent amount of money from that. What's up, Flashpoint? Going on? Thanks for stopping by the stream. I think we'll see a little gamma squeeze today from AMC. I hope you're right. Turn my mic up, please. I thought it was pretty high. Maybe I don't have it close enough. It's usually pretty loud. If you could turn the volume up, because I don't want to blow anybody's ears out, off their head. We're almost at 900 likes, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Guys is a general term. I don't mean everybody's a guy in here. There's definitely women, guys, any gender you go by. Mike is good. Okay, great. Would you ever long-term hold MA or A, or see it as a swing scalp play? Whatever, long-term hold this position. Let's look at so the way that it has growth, yeah, and the way that it's down here, I would probably treat it. I try to treat everything as a swing trade for most cases, and looking at this to where it is at these lows. I don't know why you do see this increase, but it does look like it fought a couple of times, and you might see more of a level out than anything. So we don't really know where this is going. I would treat it as a swing trade, but like I said, over a number of days with this leveling out and fighting at this $44 mark makes me think that with this double top, one, I would have noticed that with the double top we would have had a decrease here. So over this day, I probably would have ended up selling, seeing that double top formation. But you're seeing over this last day, you're seeing more of a little bounce off of this point. So I would treat it as more of a swing trade. I try and tweet, Jesus. I try and treat everything as most things as a swing trade position, unless it has a dividend. If it's giving me a dividend, then I treat it as a long-term play. Or if it's more of a slow grower, if it's an ETF, I treat it as a long-term play. If it's an index fund, I treat it as a long-term play. A lot of times stocks, I do not treat as a long-term play unless it offers me a dividend. I don't. Even with something like Tesla, I'll treat it as a swing trade over anything because you're not getting anything from the company. Back in the day, I guess, you used to get things from the company to where it's like you own a part of that company. I feel like you don't own anything now. You just own the stock, especially with AMC, with them giving you IOUs. They're basically giving you a piece of paper. But that's not 100%. They're not always doing that. So that's just here and there. You might have an IOU in your hands. But yeah. I always look for something with a dividend, in my opinion, for long-term investing. Anything else, it's really a swing trade for me. It makes no sense to hold on to something that's not giving you anything in return monthly or quarterly or whatever. Every day I own more of AMC. One day you buy. More tracks. Thank you for becoming a member, Jack. I appreciate that. It makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd. Doge. I haven't heard that in a while. Is cost? You're saying cost is pumping? I hope not. Ah, it is. Well, man, I don't want it. I don't want it. I want to get in at 23. I could have actually traded in the after hours market. It's just a lot of times my shares don't get filled in the pre-market. That sucks. I think we could see AMC to $15 possibly, but no, it all depends on the volume. If those short walls show up, yeah, that's 100% true. If they decide to bring us into the weekend on that red downtick, which will really suck. I hope that we don't see that decrease of like 5%. I hope we continue to see this increase of like 10, 20. We could possibly see that increase from the start, but then be aware of any type of move downward to where they have those bear traps that they set up. If we see it increase too much, that could be a possibility. But yeah, you moved the market, Matt. Did I? When I was talking about costs, did I move costs? Is that why? I hope that we see them. I want to see them decrease and get to like 20, 23. I'll take it at 23, but I want to see where those support levels are. But it might steadily increase. We might see something good with costs. I got to make some moves. I can't. The thing is I can't day trade. I don't know what happens if I do make this day trade. Are they going to completely freeze it and then I can't make any moves for a while until I have 25,000? I'll have about 23,000 on the 29th, but that's on the 29th. That sucks. It's up to 25.10 at the moment. It is still down 2%. You see a lot of things starting to creep up on the more positive side. ZOM is now up 1.67%, up to $1.83. I'm still up on ZOM, $59. Ride is still down $22 today. AMC is still up $400+, and Rocket's down $1,000+. It was at 1,700 yesterday, so let's continue to see that grow. The market god. What is that? Same as Amazon, definitely long term. Interesting. Do hedge funds trade in the pre-market? Of course, and post-market. It seems like Fridays we end green. We drop heavily in the post-market and drop even more on Monday in the pre-market. Yeah, I mean they do trade heavily there. Maybe they try and seriously make us end on, a negative note, which sucks. Don't forget costs. I'm not gonna forget costs. I'm there. I just need to make sure I find the right entry point. I think 25 is too high. I don't want to get into cost of 25. I'm chasing it at that point. I don't want to chase a position, and I have no day trades left, so I can't make that decision on getting out very fast if it's going against me. You can day trade 3 times in 5 days under 25K. So yeah, exactly. I checked the short interest yesterday. It's 119%, then 120. Then it was just available to short at all, or it wasn't available to short at all. Wow, that's crazy. Can you look at Oh, where did that go? EIQ and explain your thoughts. On it this morning, I tried putting 3K in at $4.25 ish, and not a single share was purchased. It seemed like 1 to 3 shares were being filled this morning. Yeah, for after hours market, wow, it looks like they're really running. I'm so upset with costs. I want them to decrease here. I need you to decrease. In the pre-market, you're gonna have trouble because there's a lot of there's like no liquidity in the pre-market. You're not gonna have the ability to trade a lot. Wow, this pre-market went from, or post-market. What in the world happened here? This looks like a complete sell-off. I wouldn't touch this if I were you. What are you hearing about this? I mean, it literally just was. What are you hearing about this? Because it jumped from $3.58 in the after hours market up to $59, $62 or $73, which is crazy. What are you hearing about that? Because that looks like a pump and dump to me. That looks like a clear pump and dump. It looks like it's leveling out around 15 or 18. You might be able to see some sort of kicks. It does have a couple of kicks from 15 up to 20 if that's what you're looking to do. But this is crazy, in my opinion. There's a super chat interest. Use the link in the description to get 2 complimentary stocks when you deposit $100 to your account. That's amazing that you sent a super chat to say that. But I appreciate that a lot. Yes, use the link in the description if you want 2 free stocks with Webull. You'll get stocks that could be valued. I just got a Snap stock, which is valued at $50 or so, $51 I believe it was. And then was able to get another stock at like $7. Typically you'll get ADT. It looks like we got 18 shares of ADT today, but you will get 2 free stocks. It's free money. You can take that money, put it into other positions. I usually sell it when it does clear, and then put it into other positions, put it into some AMC or whatever, and you'll be good. But yes, get your 2 free stocks with Webull in the description below. Also, if you want to sign up for the Discord group, please do so. It's the first link in the description. There's a lot of good people over there. It is $5, but that really weeds out a lot of the people that don't really take investing seriously. If anybody comes through and says, "Oh, well, I want this stock. I did no research on it." The people in this Discord group actually does research and gives their opinions on a lot of these positions and why they're investing into them, how much their profits they made, all of that stuff. And I think it's good. So definitely check that out. Also, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube Shorts channel, please do so. The link is pinned to the chat. That's something where I create 1-minute videos on different stocks. Can you check catchmedia.com? Catchmedia.com. Just want you to see I'm not blowing smoke. What about catchmedia.com? All right, explain to me what I'm looking at here. Catch reaction to Netflix recommendation. Catch movie night made easy. Let's catch a movie tonight. Catch is a consumer-facing entertainment data analytics company that will help content producers, marketers, and other industry stakeholders make better data-driven decisions. The company insights you. Analytics tool driving by vendors hugely successful and recommended engine. In order to continuously improve the data analytics and machine learning algorithms, the company developed a user face application that has gamified the movie and series rating process. So what are you saying here about this? Was it something in response to okay. I'm the one yesterday who wants to email you because of my buddy in the. Oh, I totally forgot about that, to tell you the truth. Shoot. Did you go over my Instagram? I think I told you to go over my Instagram and give you the. I'm so sorry about that. I messaged you to make sure if it's really you who I'm talking to via WhatsApp about investing into stocks. That's not you. Did you message me on Instagram? You can have unlimited day trades in Webull as long as you use settled funds, not like Robinhood. Well, the funny thing is, I won't use settled funds a lot, and I end up getting away with it. Even when I do my day trades here, so like if I do my day trades here and I get in and out of the position and keep getting in and out with all of the money that I have in there, a lot of times it won't say anything about it. I don't have an Instagram. I don't really use social media, bro. Left my email in the comments on your short AMC video. All right, let me check that out. The one yesterday. Or was it one before? Because I have a pre-market AMC video, I guess. Maybe that was it. No. The dark pool one? Which AMC video is it? I do a lot of AMC videos. You know what? Can't go to. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, I don't see it. I really don't do social media, bro. I left my email on your short video yesterday and asked you to delete it after you wrote it down. Which short video? I'll delete it right now after I do put it. Or did you delete it yourself? because I did a lot of short videos yesterday. Got it. Cost short video. Was it Mavis? BIS. Long term as well. Maybe? Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, so it looks like you didn't. Shoot. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I mean, you can comment it here, and then I'll copy and save it, or copy and save it right away, and then just tell you when I got it, and you can delete your comment if you want. Put it in the chat. I'll watch out for it. I'm behind on the stream, so let me fast forward a minute. Yeah, put put the comment in the chat, your email in the chat, and then I'll tell you when I got it. You can just delete it. I know people don't like their emails out there. That's why I use like a business email. Absolutely crazy. I read about it because I listed their IPO yesterday, and their chance to go up was a little bit during the. Okay, give me a second. Do this. All right, I got it. You can delete your. And do you want to review my trades on TikTok? Stop asking price predictions. No one knows. Yeah, I'll send you an email. Let me go to my. What's the company's name? Sorry if I'm a little distracted here. All right, I just sent you something just so you have that email out there. Okay. All right, so we have 942 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to hit that like button. We're going to see this grow. We got about 8 minutes left until we can get into this. Yeah, Matthew made about $1,000. I think I made about $1,069 for. Wait, what? 1,069,400 this year, and I'll be honest, it was completely fluke. What should I do now? I'm feeling overwhelmed. Well, first I would do if it was a fluke and you don't understand the markets, I think you need to research. Don't throw everything in one place. Understand how to limit your losses and maximize your gains. That's huge to be able to gain $1 million in 1 year. That's really big, especially in the stock market. But if you've gained in 1 year, I would imagine you have to pay those taxes on that money, which is going to be around 37%. I would hold about 50% of that money, invest about 50% of the money. Probably put some more in long-term investing, but then leave out maybe like 100K for you to do like short-term trades with. But you don't use the whole 100K. You use like portions of it, bits and pieces of it when you find a good short-term swing trade. But do some research on what would be a great situation, like how you can get into better trade situations. Because there's a book that I have in the description on how to day trade for a living if you're interested in that. But you don't want to apply all of the day trading tactics towards swing trading. So you need some sort of swing trading book. They make a swing trading book as well. Andrew Aziz makes a swing trading book. And I love his stuff. So you can check out both of those books. I don't have the swing trading book in my store. I believe it's just the 2 day trading books, which I can put it in there, but it'll just take some time. I'll remember to do it later today. But yeah, that's crazy. You made $1 million last year. So yeah, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is merely just my opinion, but I would tell you, like, take that money and be wise with it. I know for a fact that I'm advising you into holding half the money for taxes. Don't let the taxes go, under the radar, because you could lose that million quick. And well, technically, if you gained $1 million over last year and you lost it this year and you can't pay the taxes of last year, then it's just going to be a rollover. But yeah. You suggest continuing my penny stocks? No, I suggest you continue a portion of it. You put a portion into the penny stocks if that's what you're interested in. But you need to go into more secure and safe investments. This is more safe than penny stocks. Even though day trading and swing trading is not crazy safe, it's more safe than penny stocks. Penny stocks will get you the money to start day trading and swing trading sometimes. Sometimes you'll lose all your money, but yeah. So wait, 370K, that 1 million goes to the feds? Oh my, yeah, it does. Depending where you are, and yeah, it's around that. So I always hold half, so then anything that's not paid in taxes will be treated as a bonus. But that's amazing that you made $1 million in 1 year. There's not a single time to where I made over $1 million trading. I like to keep it very conservative. A lot of times I push for $100, $200 a day. And that obviously equals out to about $3,000 in a month if I'm accounting for the weekend as well. So sometimes I'll make more in the week to account for those days on the weekend, if that makes sense. So overall, by average, if I'm looking at the days in the full month, if it's 30 days, then I'll gain $100 a day or $200 a day. So that's what I'm looking for. I never look to gain a crazy amount, but I have gained quite a bit. I've lost quite a bit. I try to minimize my losses. If I'm looking to gain $100, I'll only look to lose $20, but that's amazing though. Good for you. Congratulations on that. I thought you were saying $1,000 on AMC, but you said $1 million on penny stocks. That's crazy. Was it long-term stocks or short-term? That's if it's penny stocks, I would guarantee it's short-term. There's no way you're holding a penny stock over the long term. I mean, there's rare occasions to where you're going to hold a penny stock long term. The rest pay taxes. The rest buy AMC. You might actually double your money, but you're risking everything. So appreciate it, homie. No problem. What is a good buy for AMC and GME today? We want to see if we don't see any dips, which I mean they're up to $204. Look at that increase. We have about 2 minutes until. Look at this. $204 jumped up to $207. We might see continuation of this increase, up 11%. AMC is up 4%. It hasn't really had too much of an increase. It did jump up to $11.50, but if we see a little bit of a decrease somewhere around $11, that might be a good buy-in. But yeah, that's probably where we're going to see that. Looks like cost is around $25.25, which sucks because I wanted them to be around $23. It's horrible. But yeah. But my expectation for them obviously is to grow. I can see this pushing up another 30% today easily. It's already up 9%. It's starting to decrease a lot though. You're seeing that really drop down. Look at that. As the yeah, hit the like button. You hit the like button, the stock continues to go up. Just forwarded it to you from what I sent to Trey. All right, cool. Wait, did you send a regular chat and then a super chat? I appreciate the super chats. Thank you, bro. I just forwarded to you. I sent to Trey one of his mods. Oh, I'm one of his mods. Talked to him a couple of times. Not sure if he's seen it yet. All right, well, you know what? How about I do the same and I make you a mod too? He trusts you, I trust you. Wow, we're seeing this drop. So it did basically have that large drop from 204 down to 295. We might continue to see that little bit of an increase, but we might see a jump. I want cost to continue to decrease because I want to be able to get it in costs. What will I be able to buy? Probably 20 shares. No, only 15. Not accurate. Not looking at here. It's too high. So it looks like AMC is now pushing up to 5%. It's up to $11.50 or so. GME is making move downward, but it's probably going to end up coming back. I'm still looking at costs to see where that ends up. I think 24.50 is just too high for me. I can't. I got to see more of a dip. I got to see where that low is today. Where's that low? Will that low be at $23? Hopefully it is, because then I'll get in. Because I can hold overnight and go from there. Also, let's see what Rocket's doing. Rocket's up to $22.57. GME is really decreasing down to 192. AMC is now making a move down as well. Wow. Rocket starting to make that move down. That sucks. Like I said, things can start to reverse with how little these increases are. We could see things completely reverse and see all red here. And that's exactly what looks like it's happening. We have AMC now hovering around $11.30 still. GME 195, starting to push up a little bit. That's good. See a little bit of a push. Cost is continuing to decrease. I want them to continue to decrease. Let's see a down day for that so I can get into it. Average down at 1057 on AMC yesterday. If it dips again under my average, do I buy? If you have the money and you want to average down again, yes, you definitely can. But this is not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. If you can't afford it, then don't do it. But if you have the money, then it only helps your situation. But again, not financial advice. I regret not getting into costs at $16 yesterday. I hear you. I regret it as well because I seen it and I was like, you know what? It'll stay down here for a little bit. Let me wait to average down some other areas before I hold up this money. And I should have got into that because I could have made a decent amount of money from just investing in that. And then I ended up investing in costs at more of the high and making a little bit of money out of that. But it did get down to 23. I missed it. It might get lower though. It looks like it's pushing. There we go. Looks like it's really pulling down. Am I being greedy by not getting in now? I guess so. I guess so. Let's buy in it. Was it 20? Oh, not 120 shares, just like 20 shares. No, you know what? Buying it 50 shares. How much is 50? Buying it 40. I'll stick to 40. If it does go against me, it goes against me, but I'm cool with it being at ooh. I have 0 day trades left, I know. I'm gonna stay in at there. I feel like it might stair step on the way down, but we might see a little bit of an increase on the way up. So I just bought 40 shares of costs. Better have been on market order. All right, it's filled. Okay. What price did it fill at? $23.27. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. It wasn't as low as I wanted it, but I'll take it. If it does go against me, then it goes against me. But I have no day trades left, so I'll stick into that. You didn't let it fully retrace before you bought in. Yeah, I know. Move up on the way down. So yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna see that push up from there. It looks like it really fights at that moment. We might see it continue to push down, but if we do, that's why I only invested in 40 because I can buy in more at that case or at that point. So we could see it go back up to 25, and that'll be a pretty decent gain. Right now it's at $17 of a gain, which is pretty good. You can make a decent amount of money. Hopefully it works out. It looks like it's working out so far. But either way, like I said, if it does pull back down, Carl, I don't know what you're doing. No, don't step on things. I can let you be over there, but I feel like you're just gonna keep stepping on stuff. But yeah, if it does pull back down below where this low is, then I'll get in more as it does continue to go down. But Carl, I can't, man. I don't know what you're doing. Just relax. Stay there. Wish I could have kept ride at 17. I hear you. There's a lot of, it looks like everything is starting to push down. Just like I said, you could see it completely reverse. But we might see this have a little bit of a bounce. We don't really know exactly where it's going to go. We might see costs actually get down to 20 today based on the down market or how everything else is down. But Rocket's up 1%. Typically when Rocket's up, a lot of the other stocks are kind of down. So AMC, GME costs are usually down while Rocket's up, which is okay. I mean, it creates more buying opportunity. Wait the first 15 minutes, see what happens. Yeah, I hear you. I think we're going to see a little bit of a bounce. Or, yeah, we're going to see a little bit of a bounce. But like I said, everything could reverse. It's not going to be something where everything's up, 11%, 10%. And, it stays that way. It could completely reverse. And I've seen it a number of times to know that it is true. The fact that it's the reason why I don't let it completely retrace, I'll tell you this, in the beginning, it goes by different rules. In the first 30 minutes, it goes by completely different rules. Yes, you could see some form of a retracement, right? But a lot of times I go by the moving average, not even worried about where it's going to retrace to, where the healthy retracement is, because in the market open, it's different than what happened in the pre-market. So we're going to see that volume actually, be realistic to what the stock price is doing for that day. So you can see that the 15 moving average or the price is so far away from the 15 moving average. Know that it is going to come back. There's rare chances that it will come up to where it is and flatten out, because yes, it could flatten out and continue to go that way, but it would take a large amount of flattening out in order to do so. So we'll see how this moves. If it does end up flattening out, then that's fine. I know that that's a low price. I know that it's fighting between this price. I want to see a number of touch points here so that we know that it's really fighting that price and we are at the low, and I invested close to where the low is. That would be amazing, because a lot of times I invest way before the low actually happens. I wanted to save a little bit of money for ZOM and actually get in there at a lower price. Right now I'm at $1.74, and I would like to see it go a little bit lower, but we're seeing a little bit of a bounce here. So what's the significance of retracement? You just see that if it hits a healthy retracement level, you know where it's going to pop off of. But for me, that doesn't really factor until further in the day. First 30 minutes goes by only over trading rules, basically. So everything will either be an increase to a massive scale or a decrease to a massive scale, where you know that the 50 moving average comes into play in a big way. There's nothing that's really making large moves. You see GME that's still up 1%, but it could easily turn. And then AMC is now at below 1% of an increase, and it's starting to decrease again. We could see this double touch point down here, create a W formation, and then see that skyrocket to where we do see the 15 moving average eventually cross back over the 200 EMA, indicating an uptrend. I do miss going to the movies. Yeah, I miss it too. Matt, don't make emotional purchases, brother. Yeah, I'm not making emotional purchases. I was in cost before, and like I said, I still do believe in, this is not cost, I still do believe where they are. So it's like slowly either going against me and then fluctuating going above. It is starting to flatten out. So it's one of those cases to where instead of having multiple touch points, it did drop below where the original low was. So like I said, if it continues to go against me, then that's where you average down on a swing trade, because it's not a day trade for me, because I can't day trade, not right now, at least. So we look at the account, we're up $9 on costs, up $35 on ZOM, up $350 on AMC, down $977. So that did increase the total for the day. I'm up $152 at the moment, unrealized gain. AMC is now above 1% again, 1.5%. It's starting to decrease a little bit. The GME is up to 4%. We're seeing a little bit of a push back up to that 15 moving average. Know that that is the truth. That is the line in the sand, the back to earth mark, right? So we're gonna see some good stuff there. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. I'm gonna play an ad here. It should be like 5 seconds if you do get one. Yeah, someone did say that I'm due for an ad. I don't know. I just don't end up playing ads frequently. I mean, you look at the ad revenue on these videos compared to my actual videos, they're a lot lower. We do have $100 in chat revenue, so I appreciate that. For anybody that did send super chats, anybody that became a member, I appreciate you. Jack, Sherry, both of you, I appreciate you for becoming a member. It is only 99 cents. I wanted to make it cheap. Offer memberships to people, for people that wanted it. So if you want to become a member, please do so. Saw your video on AMC shares. Adding, can the hedgies afford to wait until they cover shorts? Yes, they can actually afford to do it because there's not a lot of interest that they'll be paying on these positions. So it's a little bit tricky there. Let me look at what cost is doing. So that's good. Now I'm up $30 on costs. I only have 40 shares, so every dollar that it gains, I gained $40. It's not bad. It's not a bad gain at all. But yeah, they can wait. They can wait to cover a lot of their shares or a lot of their shorts because I have 8 more free stocks. Yeah, they can wait to cover a lot of their shorts because they're not paying the interest on it. Like they're not paying high interest. If they paid more interest, then yeah, it would be like obviously they would get squeezed out of their positions, but that's not the case. We got 1,000 likes on the video. Thank you guys for getting it to 1,000 likes. These are amazing. Eric R, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. It does, anytime you become a member, it does set you, apart from the rest. I can see your comments a lot better than everybody else's, just because, you're highlighted green, you have an icon next to you. Also, you can use the emojis as well that I have in place. I have the profit hands emoji, I have an Emmy emoji, and then I have the stonk emoji if you wanted to use those. You timed it pretty well on that. Yeah, I believe it was pretty good. That pullback was definitely massive, and I seen how it was resisting at that point, so it made sense to get in on this uptick as you did see that tick down here. There is a possibility that it could have went down a little bit, but I think it definitely was good timing. If it was a day trade, it would have been something where I probably bought over 100 shares or so, and at this point I would have gotten out. With that pullback, I would have gotten out. So I would have been at 30, 23, 27, and then gained $1. And then if I would have bought 100 shares, that would have been $100. Or if I bought 200 shares, it would have been $200. So typically with that bounce, it's very easy to understand that it will come back at least a little bit and recover back to that 15 moving average. That's what I like to play in the beginning of the day. It's very easy in the beginning of the day. Basically, you got in right at the bottom of the swing. Nice. Yeah, thanks. I usually doesn't happen where I get in right at the bottom. A lot of times I'll get in like somewhere closer to the top because I want to see that green candlestick to show that bullish indicator really. And even if it does flatten out, it still showed its buying strength at this point. So no matter what, we're going to have that buying strength going up. Now we could still see a stair stepping on the way down. Don't look at it as a complete positive because yes, we have seen a couple of touch points at this area, but we did see it press down below that moment. We've seen it press below where I invested in or where this low was. So we're down to $22.80 down there. It could still stair step. I'm fine with that. As this is starting to decrease down this way, if it's obviously trending like that, we could still see this stair step and get past the 15 moving average. So don't think that it's the absolute low, and I'm hoping that it's not the absolute low because for a swing trade, that I think that's a minuscule gain that you're going to get with $40 going up to 30 or 40 shares going up to 30. You really multiply that by 7, and you're not really getting a crazy amount of money. So yeah, if I increase the font size, then it decreases the size of a lot of other things. Oh, you mean on here? I don't know if you could do that on here. Yeah, you can't do that on Webull. You can do it on the internet. The internet? You can do it on Chrome. Welcome to. Oh, I was reading that as a super chat. Yes, thank you for joining the membership program on YouTube here. A2, the LBINO, the limbo. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Welcome to the group. AMC live update, please. Let's look at AMC. So AMC is up 3%. So it definitely pushed back. If you were able to get in here where it did drop down, it didn't have multiple touch points, but it did have a pretty solid strength here. We might see the same thing that's following what cost is doing, except cost is down quite a bit from the open or from the close. But you can see that it did have that increase, and I think we're on a great track here, pushing above the 200 EMA, showing that we have buying strength. We want to see that crossover here. We want to see the 15 moving average cross over the 200 EMA to indicate an uptrend if we're looking for some type of increase. But we might see it as flat today. We don't really see a crazy amount of volume in the first 30 minutes. We're only seeing 18 million or 18 million versus like 30 million from what we've seen other days. But it does look pretty strong. You see the buying strength, the large red candlesticks. You do see some large green candlesticks. You do see large red candlesticks on the way down, showing that it did have a lot of selling pressure or shorting pressure, but you are seeing some pretty good movement here. Only a couple of stocks on my list, as you look at this, are green. You know, you can see GME is making quite a move up, increasing well over where it was. Well, not well over. Now at $2.07. So it's increasing quite a bit. We're seeing some really good movement. We can definitely see a large increase today at 13% right now. Rocket's at 2%, but AMC is pushing up to 5%, as I kind of stepped away at the wrong moment because GME is making some huge moves. Look at that, 210. It's albino. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see the eye. Albino, thanks for the knowledge, Matt. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No problem. That's what I'm here for. We have 10 minutes until the stream is basically over. So if you guys could hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you are, we have 4 new members today. I appreciate that. If anybody wants to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. There's a great group of people over there. Also, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube Shorts channel, that's pinned to the chat. That's a new channel that I created for short videos to make on different stocks, different investments, stimulus checks, all types of things. And I think that's going to be good. So AMC is now hovering between that 4% mark. So we can see that they are showing that they have fighting pressure, like they're buying and selling in this area in a massive scale. Let's look at the order books. The order books are coming through. We have a buy wall a huge buy wall at $11.30. So we got a lot of pressure somewhere around the $11.30 mark, somewhere around here. We have a lot of pressure around there. So that's good. 42,000 shares looking to be bought at that point. We don't really have a lot of asks going through. We have thousands of asks that are going through, strategically placed throughout, but we don't have any large sell walls. So that's kind of interesting how we're not seeing. I guess we would see some fighting pressure if we don't really see too many buy walls either. We have one buy wall at $11.30. GME is now pushing up to 217. Look at this. ZOM is not doing so well. You're right. I'm looking for that to decrease so I can actually get in lower as well. So 218 at the moment. Bro, what's your thoughts on Naked? I don't have any feelings on Naked brand. A lot of people ask me about that, and I think my thoughts were the same, is that it doesn't look like it's actually moving. Wow, we're seeing that drop. We're seeing that drop. Do you think people got in for maybe you might see shorting pressure, but then also people that probably are taking a profit from 184 to 218? It's a pretty decent profit, especially how far it's pulling away from the 15 moving average. It pulled so far away. Eventually you have to get back up to that point. You cannot, that's not sustainable. That growth is not sustainable. What's good on Microvision, anyone? Microvision is down. It's been fluctuating here, but I do see them at the lows here. I'm interested in them. I was interested in them if they get down to 12 again or 13 or so. They had this double touch point of 13 where I was really excited about, and I want to get in there. So that's where I'll make my move as a swing trade. I do have them as a long-term trade, and we're looking at that there. So I think Microvision is a good play. Um, that would have been a huge trade. Yeah, I think people that got in at 184 and got out at 218, that's a really big trade. You know, yes, it is high dollars, but you're gaining, you know, a pretty decent penny out of that. Isn't the VWAP a good indicator for trading? Yes. Throughout the day, it does. It is a great indicator for trading. I typically don't use it that often. A lot of times, I like to go with simple moving averages just because I see them as the truth of where the stock should retrace to or pull back to, or at least get close. So what a lot of times I like to push in between the halfway point. Iron Man, thank you for becoming a member. Hopefully you're the real Iron Man, Tony Stark. Or are you Robert Downey Jr.? I'll settle for Robert Downey Jr. over the real Iron Man. I mean, I'm okay with that. Or Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. I wish I was in GME now. My AMC is looking sad. AMC is just like, it's not showing the strength that it actually has. AMC has so much more strength. It looks like cost is starting to pull back as well, and I might be able to get into them lower. So you might see me make a couple of more trades into cost. So we'll see that. But AMC is not showing what the actual capability is, because GME showed, you know, 13, 14, 15%, right? AMC should be right behind them unless they're being heavily shorted, unless they're being heavily manipulated, because there's no point to why AMC would come back down. It's a very low cost for the amount of people that are just sitting there holding. You know, a lot of people are just like, turn on audio. No, should I take it out? No, I mean, you got to hold for a little bit. I don't know if you bought into, if you're talking about costs, is cost coming back? Cost was making a move back, but it looks like it might be actually making lower or higher lows here. So it's making this low that we have down here, making this higher low, and probably end up stair stepping on the way up. So that would be really good if we actually see that. That looks like it's starting to that pattern, maybe an ascending W formation. Thank you for becoming a member, Fred Harris. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, you're all good on audio. Thank you. AMC will dilute stocks, vote against, but you know, I actually, and I know people may not agree with me there, but I actually disagree. I understand that it will dilute and decrease the share price, but I actually disagree a little bit. I would say that, you know, we have a lot of positives in a yes vote too, because the company survives for a lot longer, right? You know, they get a lot more money into their pockets, because people are going to continue to buy this up. People that are holding are not going to sell; they're going to continue to hold, and they're going to buy more as they have more shares available. Yes, the hedge funds will be able to cover their shorts, but it's not the problem that they can't cover their shorts now. They're covering their shorts when they can, but they're doubling down on those short positions. As it gets up to the top, they're shorting it so that, you know, one, it brings the stock price down, and two, once people do give up, the stock price decreases a crazy amount, and they shorted it at the top. So anytime it decreases, they're making a lot of money on the way down. So that's what they're hoping for, and they're going to continue to short it. They're not going to just settle for what the price is now, because they're losing money. You know what I mean? So if it does end up decreasing, they're going to cover their shorts, but it's still way above where they initially shorted it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can vote no. I don't want the stock price to decrease. You can do whatever you want. But I'm saying when they do vote yes, because we have basically no say in it, they hold how many shares, how much percentage of the company, of the shares, they're going to vote yes. If they're for it, which they were, by looking at it, they're going to vote yes. And it sucks, but just think of any positives. Let's try and narrow down where the positives are. What's the volume on GME? So the volume right now on GME is around 10 million, 9.5 million. The average volume is 43. So it's not really making a crazy move in volume. We're just seeing more buying pressure than anything. So a lot of people are buying right now. It looks like Rocket is now, where Rocket was already up. I was thinking of Cost. Cost is still making that move down. It wasn't really stair-stepping. I thought we were going to see that stair-step up, but we didn't. And now we're seeing the 15 moving average start to follow where the stock price is. So we can, it might be confirming that we might be stair-stepping down or seeing a double touch point somewhere around this $22.80. And if it does, I'll buy maybe 10 more shares. Because it doesn't look like it's fluctuating the same way that it did. So if we continue to see this decrease, this is where my line is. Sorry, that's not where my line is. Where's my line? There it is. There's my line. So I think it just crossed that line. Yes, it did. So now I should be negative in my positions. Yes, I am. Down $2.80. And that's what I want to see. I want to see it continue on the way down so I can buy more. But yeah. AMC, what do I do? AMC looks pretty good. Let's leave AMC where it is. If you hold AMC, if you want to take your profits, then take profits. I mean, I'm all for anybody taking profits. Just know the situation that you're in. If we are seeing an ascending levels of support, which it looks like we are, we're seeing that stair step on the way up. So we might actually see some sort of an increase here, a slow increase, which would be really good. But that's my video, guys. That's my stream. I'm going to end this. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to join the Discord group, we're going to be talking about this there as much as we can. Hit that link in the description, the first one, and sign up for the Discord group. It is $5, but there's a lot of great people involved in this, a lot of people that know their stuff. So please do that if you want to. Also, if you want to join my YouTube Shorts channel, please do that as well. I want to grow that to 1,000 subscribers as quick as possible, and be able to, oh, we're seeing an increase here. Pretty decent candlestick here. That's pretty good. But yeah, if you want to join that YouTube Shorts channel, it does help me out a lot. I want to grow that to 1,000 subscribers so I can compare that to TikTok, how much you make in TikTok. But yeah. Get a coronavirus test, please. No, it's a dry throat, really. I sleep with a fan on. It's fine. We're fine. I don't have any infection. I work for a hospital, so I have to go through the COVID tests, or not COVID tests, get the COVID vaccine. So anyways, but that's my video, guys. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Hopefully you can get some good movement today. We can get like 20-30%. That'll be amazing. But do everything I asked for, hit that subscribe button. It does help out a lot. But I'm gonna get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Hopefully one later. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll see you guys.